Welcome to The Explainer. I am absolutely thrilled you're here. Look, if you're the kind of person who just loves to cut through the noise, skip all that confusing jargon, and get straight to understanding how the world actually works, well, you're in the exact right place. Today, we're tackling a massive topic, one that's literally reshaping our entire digital world. We're talking about Web3 and the token economy. Now don't worry, we're going to demystify all the complex tech and translate it into everyday concepts that actually make sense. So get comfortable and let's get started.
Okay, so we gotta address the elephant in the room right off the bat here. When you hear the word Web3, you probably think of, wild cryptocurrency price swings or maybe those incredibly expensive digital pictures of apes that the media absolutely loves to highlight. But I want you to just clear your mind of all that hype for a second. Because the reality, according to experts across the tech industry, is that Web3 is fundamentally about something so much more profound. It isn't just about volatile coins. It's really about completely transforming the underlying architecture of the internet and how we interact, how we share, and ultimately how we own things online.
Okay, let's dive into this. To understand where we're going, we really have to look at where we started. It's kind of like a giant puzzle. Think of the internet in three distinct eras. Back in the 1990s, we had Web 1. This was the read-only era, right? You went online to read static pages, almost like digital magazines. You consumed information, but you didn't really create it. Then came the 2000s and Web 2. This was the read-write era. Social media completely exploded. Suddenly you could write, post, and share your own content. It was a real game changer. But there was a catch. Big tech platforms essentially owned all those networks. Fast forward to today, and we're entering Web 3. This is the read, write, own era. It's the next big evolution where you don't just participate, you actually have a financial stake and true ownership in the digital communities you belong to.
Section 1. The real estate analogy. Renting versus owning the internet. Let's move right along. To really strip away all that intimidating technical jargon, I want you to think about the internet kind of like real estate. Think about Web 2 like renting an apartment. You can decorate your digital space, your social media profile however you want, but ultimately the big tech platforms are your landlords. They own the building, they capture the value of your data, they can completely change the rules of the lease at any time, and honestly, they can even evict you by just deleting your account, taking all your hard work and connections with it. No way, right? Well, Web 3 is like finally buying the building. Because the system is decentralized, there's no single landlord. You hold the digital keys, you hold the equity, and you have ultimate control over your digital life and your assets.
Section 2. Core concepts explained simply. Translating the tech speak. So, we're going to break down the three main pillars of Web3 right now. We'll leave all the complicated code behind and use simple, everyday objects to explain how this whole shebang actually works. Pillar number 1, the blockchain. Just forget complex terms like cryptographic hashes or nodes. Seriously, scratch that. Just picture a shared digital notebook. Every single time a transaction happens, it gets written down on a new page or a block in this notebook. But here is the absolute magic of it. Once a page is filled and added to the notebook, it's locked forever. You literally cannot erase it and you cannot change it retroactively. And because thousands of people have identical copies of this exact same notebook, everyone can verify the truth. It's basically a transparent ledger where nobody can cheat. Moving on to pillar number 2, tokens and NFTs. In the physical world, if you buy a house or a rare painting, you get a deed or a certificate of authenticity, right? Well, in the digital world, up until now at least, it was practically impossible to prove you owned a digital file because, well, everything could just be copied and pasted. NFTs, or non-fungible tokens, totally solve this. Just think of them as digital birth certificates or undeniable digital receipts. Whether it's a piece of digital art, a song, or even a digital ticket to a concert, an NFT proves on that shared digital notebook we just talked about that you and only you own that specific, unique item.
And finally, pillar number 3, smart contracts. I know, the term makes it sound like you need a law degree just to understand it, but it's actually incredibly simple. To explain this, we like to use a brilliant metaphor originally proposed by computer scientist Nick Szabo. He said to think of a smart contract kind of like a digital vending machine.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is just how beautifully simple this automated process is. Think about a physical vending machine. Step 1, you put your money in. Step 2, you press the button for your item, meaning the preconditions are met. Step 3, the item drops automatically, right? There's no cashier standing there. There's no middleman deciding whether or not to give you the snack. A smart contract does the exact same thing, just digitally. It's simply a program running on the blockchain that automatically executes a transaction the very second the agreed-upon rules are met. It completely removes the need for expensive, time-consuming middlemen.
Okay, Section 3, real-world impact. How Web3 changes everyday digital life. Let's keep going.
So we've covered the theory, but why does this actually matter to you? Let's transition from the mechanics of Web3 into how these concepts actually shift power in practical, everyday scenarios for creators, fans, and just everyday internet users. Let's look at digital identity. We are all super used to clicking that login with Google or login with Facebook button. It's convenient, right? But in that scenario, the platform holds all your data in their centralized servers. They monitor your activity, and if they decide to suspend your account, boom, you're locked out of dozens of other websites. Web3 introduces the crypto wallet. Instead of relying on a massive tech giant, your wallet acts as your self-sovereign digital identity. You hold your own private digital keys. So when you log into a Web3 site, you verify yourself directly without giving away your personal data or risking a single company locking you out of your digital life.
Web3 also totally changes how we work and organize. Enter DAOs, or Decentralized Autonomous Organizations. I really want you to think of a DAO as a global, bossless digital club. Instead of a traditional company with a CEO at the top and a board of directors making all the big decisions behind closed doors, a DAO is managed entirely by its community. And guys, this isn't science fiction. Right now, today, there are DAOs successfully managing billions of dollars in their shared treasuries.
So, the crucial point is exactly how these bossless clubs function. The roles of the DAO are written right into those smart contracts. The digital vending machines we talked about earlier. There is no CEO. Instead, the members of the DAO hold tokens, and they actually use those tokens to vote on proposals. If a proposal to fund a new project passes the community vote, the smart contract automatically releases the funds from the treasury. It's a fully automated, democratic way for complete strangers all across the globe to collaborate and build amazing things together.
Section 4. The future of ownership. Shifting power back to you. Almost done now. Wow, we've covered a lot of ground today, from the evolution of the web all the way to digital vending machines and bossless organizations. And this brilliantly illustrates our main takeaway for today. Take a look at this quote from the Harvard Business Review. It perfectly captures the overarching theme of what all this technology is actually trying to achieve. Web3 is fundamentally about shifting power. It's about moving away from an internet dominated by just a few massive tech monopolies and returning ownership, control, and financial reward right back to the individual creators, users, and fans who actually make the internet valuable in the very first place.
Which leaves us with this final super exciting thought. We are standing at the very beginning of this new era. The digital building is no longer just for rent, it is actually up for ownership. So my question to you is, what will you build, what will you create, or what will you collect when you finally own your piece of the internet? I really hope this explainer helped clear up some of the confusion and sparked some genuine excitement for the future. Thank you so much for focusing in and learning with me today. Keep exploring, and I'll catch you next time.